Yeah, and what's up with this complete retcon? It's with this John Cena heel run. It's they
Yeah,
are they admitting it was a fuck up? Is that what is that what this is? I don't.
uh, I think so.
It's
I,
so weird. Like even the John Cena, like our truth is back to being our truth. Like what the
he's,
fuck? Like
he gaslit. He
yeah, now that
gaslit.
was funny. You
he
can
gas,
say whatever you want about how lazy it is. Cena's delivery and all this has been great.
yes.
Everything from the "I'm sorry" promo, basically, to his interaction with Truth, it's been great.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I agree.
but
Yeah. How it like how it started off, I think there was like it's like up there. I was like, all right, this is a peak right here. This is a peak. All right. You gotta stay somewhere right there. You gotta stay there. But then it kind of slowly went down, down, down. Had the match with Cody at WrestleMania. It was cool. You know, it was cool. Glad he won the title. Glad he broke the record. Glad he
yeah,
broke the record, right?
mm.
But it's like, all right, okay, what you gonna do now? It honestly didn't start. It didn't start cooking until like, I mean, even when he was going against Randy, that was good. I like that. That was great. But like once he got to Punk, once he got the Punk, it was like boom, we there, we there. That I think that's when it started cooking. But if 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 it didn't start off on such a high with him with the Rock and all that, I feel like the run could have lasted a little bit longer than 5 months. Yeah,
It
probably could have.
lasted as long as I thought it was gonna last.
The last 5 months. I mean, it was.
Yeah, there was no way he was retiring as a heel. He was gonna
Yeah,
have a good 2 or 3 month
it was,
reign as a babyface in his way out.
exactly. And like the middle part is where things got really like hot. Like from the Punk match to Ron Killen's return, and it was a huge moment.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was squandered.
that was huge, a huge moment. To even leading up to like when that was, uh, money in the was it money in the bank?
It was Money in the Bank.
Money in the bank. Yeah. That was pretty good. The Punk just turning back the clock. That was perfect. To the pipe bomb. Oh, just perfect, perfect. I just think I think Triple H knows he could have done better with it. I think the fans think they probably could have done better with it, but it served its purpose. We all wanted to see Cena as a heel on this last run. We got it. Could have been better, yes. But am I satisfied with it? Yes, because it served its purpose. It
Yeah,
served.
so yeah, the heel turn in a vacuum, the moment was incredible.
Yes.
Um, the sell your soul shit and all that was a really cool thing. With Cody, when it turned out Cena was the one who was gonna do it, it was interesting. You wonder where it was gonna go. Um, the Rock not showing up and everything did lead to some confusion because with the turn, it looked like that's where they were going. It was going to be this alliance. It was going to be this group. It was going to be just John, Travis, and the Rock.
Yes.
Now, I was a little relieved that we did get Cena versus Cody on the mic by itself. That way they could just have their back and forth without the nonsense, without the bells and whistles around them. The Rock takes a lot of air out of the room. He's the Rock. So
Yes.
if The Rock was in there, he was going to take a lot of air out of that room. It would have led to some good TV because The Rock is just that good. You saw what he did the year prior at WrestleMania 40, but I was a little relieved that they got to let it cook, but at the same time, you can't deny that what looked like a big part of the story was just not there. So I you can't not acknowledge that. So I get that, but as far as how I'm looking at the Hill Runner, this is just me. You could say I'm biased. I don't run away from my bias. Everybody knows I'm a Cena guy. So like it just is what it is. But as far as the Hill Run for me is concerned, after the heel turn, you had the Cena the first promo he cut as a heel. He made us wait 2 weeks for that promo. We didn't know what was gonna happen. Uh, it was a you people promo, and a lot of times that's like the first promo you cut as a heel after turning heel, and it's almost cliched. But in my opinion, you can say whatever you want and say I'm wrong. That was my favorite you people promo I've ever heard. And not only that, but it was most justified you people promo because it was like
It
because
was very
he
justified. It
went
was.
20
It was
years of
very
getting
justified.
bullshitted on. So you had that promo, and then he kind of, I ain't gonna lie, he kind of did the same promo the week after, and it was good because John's not gonna miss on promos. But yeah, it wasn't captivating like the last one. But after that, you get the Cena and Cody back and forth promo on Raw, which was incredible. Had bars, both people. That really, really, to me, I already thought Cody was the guy, but
Cody,
the way Cody took those barbs that John threw at him and like competed with it. You could say Cena won, you could say Cody won, but the fact that it was a matchup told you what you needed to know. Because you know what happened when they put Roman in that position in 2017, or Austin Theory in that position the year prior or the 2 years prior. That really, really like showed you. So like, and then they had another back and forth on SmackDown before Mania. Shit was incredible. So then, boom, right after that, you had the match at Mania. The match was what it was. It wasn't. They showed at SummerSlam what they could do. You know what I mean? So it did fall short of that. It served its purpose. It was fine. The Travis Scott thing, I could understand why that would be confusing because Rock wasn't there. It did feel a little drawn out. Whatever. That if you want to call that an L, I get
yeah,
it. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to die on that hill. Uh, but like right after that, you got the Randy shit. You got to see the Cena and Randy back and forth. You got to see, one of my favorite moments of Cena was when Randy was trying to tell him the joys of being a dad as a
you say
baby
you be
face.
a dad, you be a father. Like what?
Like what? And
Wait,
then John was like, "I've been too busy raising everybody's kids for the last 20 years." And then like he said something to somebody's kid, and he looked at the dad and said, "Don't look at me like you're gonna do
do
something."
something. Woo, all right, man. Man.
Everybody talks about the kid in Brussels, but they don't talk about when he tried to punk out some kid's
No,
dad. They
he was
missed
talking
that one.
real. Cena was talking real spicy, boy.
like, so like you got that. Then you got that match at Backlash, which I had so much fun. I was 14 years old again watching that match, man. Like I
That was fun.
love that match. And not only did we get that nostalgic match, but we got the match with the roles flipped. I appreciated that. On to that, you got the R-Truth shit. Now that could have been done better. It led to a really cool moment, but hey, that really ain't Cena's fault. That really ain't Cena's heel run's fault. But you had the R-Truth shit. You had a team up with Logan Paul that had some really good mic moments. I love the whole bar of where what he ain't paid his dues, but he's paying your mortgage. like which I you know what I mean? You had that. You had the Punk shit. Obviously, we knew that was going to be the best part. They gave us what we wanted as far as nostalgia is concerned because they gave us the Randy run back. They gave us the Punk run back. And you had the pipe bomb moment. You had Punk, doing the freestyle and all that. Then their match was crazy. Their match was fun, mad nostalgic.
Yep.
And you turn around and you got the SummerSlam shit. And yeah, the match is gonna go down as one of the best matches in both of their careers. It was a fantastic match.
Seeing Cena be the Cena of old.
That's what I want to get to. Yeah, so John, it was lazy how they did it, but John is such a good promo that when he was doing that promo on SmackDown, you couldn't help but get into it. And he acknowledged everything there was to acknowledge. It ain't like he didn't acknowledge it. He said, I was given this idea and that I was left out to dry. I had to pretend someone. So he hit all the beats he had to hit. But yeah, I mean, you can't help but feel it was forced. But John is such a natural promo, and he was able to cut that babyface promo where he's just basically being the quarterback in the locker room giving you a pep talk that like you felt it. You know what I mean? That the only platinum rapper coming to whoop your ass is me. You know what I mean? So you could tell from
Tough.
the crowd, you could tell from the crowd, you know, that they were feeling it. They were ready. And like Cody toasting with the Hulk Hogan beer, it was a cool moment. So then so that's pretty much the hill run. The hill run was fine to me. And I didn't mind the hill run. I thought I had a lot of good moments. I'm appreciative of it. I thought it was a cold ass entrance. I love the all blacked out with the title on the back, giving
Yeah.
everybody his ass to kiss. The towel. It gave one night stand vibes with the title
Yeah.
up. You know
Yes.
what I
Yes.
mean? It gave the same vibe. We got that every week. It was a cold ass entrance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The announcing.
Grayson insert city here with his presence one final time. I thought that was cold. Him being announced as the greatest of all time and him being a babyface doesn't work. I'm not gonna lie. He
Yeah.
looks arrogant. But
The unseen seven. The unseen 17.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah. But
That's
one
great.
thing about as far as to wrap up on the hill run, I had a really good time with it. I'm not gonna debate. I'm not gonna debate that it was the best or it couldn't have been better, but I still put it over Austin's hill run in 2001. I wouldn't put it, because that Austin Hill turn was such a big deal in 2001 when he turned on Rock and joined forces with Mr. McMahon on at WrestleMania 17. But as cool of a moment as that was, he had barely nobody to work with after that. I put Cena's Hill run over that. I still put it over that. It still ain't touching Hogan's Hill turn, but with NWO and all that. But I personally wouldn't call it a flop, man. I mean, people can say I'm being biased, but I had a lot of enjoyment out of it. But it did end pretty quick, or at least maybe not quick, but
Abrupt.
abrupt. Even though he did lay trinkets of Easter eggs and stuff in between, as far as like his crowd reactions and stuff like that. But
Yeah, like when you see like people taking videos and him just kind of like fighting it, seeing the crowd, he's kind of looking at the crowd like
yeah, so it
he's
was there. It was
yeah,
subtle, but it was there. I tell you what, this is one thing the heel turn did do. John was the number one guy for so long, and he had 50-50 reactions everywhere. Even when that stopped, like 2018, 2019, when he was getting mostly cheers, he was always getting he was always getting the biggest reaction. Always. But even with that said, there's something about that night at SummerSlam. The music hits, the screen's all blacked out. The Tron goes colorful, which is something that everybody saw for years, and it was just what it was. But because it was taken away from everybody for 5 months, how hard it is for a stadium to sound loud, an outdoor stadium at that. It sounded so fucking loud, and like he
very.
comes out in a colorful shirt, and he's doing the rah rah, and the crowd is just
I
crazy.
I saw this video of this kid, right? He had
I saw the same video. He was
Cena
losing his
gear
mind.
on, right? Cena gear on when Cena comes out, it's all blacked out, whatever, with his name. And then once that colorful graphic showed up, it was like, oh my god, it's on. It was nuts.
And not only that, but like, so everyone's going crazy. He does the all eight. We got one running you, and he does this. He does a salute. What he runs.
Talking to Stu.
He runs. The crowd goes even louder when he runs. They're cheering the run. The most basic part of his entrance that no one really paid attention to and took for granted is now being cheered because it was taken away from them for 5 months.
Yes.
And now they're going fucking crazy. and they went crazy the whole night. They ate it all up. And then the next Friday when he shows up, the reaction is even louder because obviously it's in a small it's in an arena, with a roof. But like that was one of the loudest reactions I've ever heard for John was this past Friday. And it's like all you had to do was take that entrance away for 5 months and like it's back, and it's insane, man. It's crazy. Human nature, just how we take things for granted, and like it's the little things that we don't think we would miss. It's the little things that we didn't think we would miss, and then we get it back, and it's this rush of nostalgia, of familiarity. And it's a really cool thing to witness, and I dig that we were able to witness that because he's always going to get loud reactions. I don't think his reactions would have been as loud as they would have been if we didn't have that heel run in 5 months for them 5 months.
Yes,
that's really fucking cool.
Not
gonna lie though, if they did the babyface turn just so he could fight Brock, let me tell you something. Heel Cena versus babyface Cowboy Brock honestly sounds pretty interesting to me.
That would have worked.
But
that would have worked.
And I promise I'ma take it to the peak. I was on fumes, now I'm on full, no bull. I remember when my tank was on E. I swear. Bet on me, 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 bet on me. Doing once, not twice, if you try to me. No business to hell as you telling me. So driven the game.